That's how we do that. I did something that you don't know what it is, but I just did something very fast. And I'll tell you about it after the intro. Greetings, my name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. Music Maestro. Oh, I forgot something. That's bright. We are at freaking Friday. Again. Happens every week. This one's a little different because I'm just going to drink whiskey with you. Isn't that nice? We can have whiskey together. Pinch Hitter Whiskey Lounge. Hello. Taterdom. Hello. Let's see if this is going to... Okay. Hey, that's nice. Can you see that? Cool. I don't know what's changed, but since last time I was making streams and such, the chat is not being weird when I click on it. So that's good. It's not automatically picking up, kick user, delete comment, ban, that kind of thing, which is dangerous. Making stuff happen on the fly, yes. If you can tell, these are what I made on the fly. They'll likely change, but I realized about 10 minutes ago, it's summertime now, officially, and I need summer corners. I don't like these ones because they're not wrapping the corner right, but I did it within 10 minutes, so leave me alone. And if you're wondering why it's pineapple, it's a long story. But Newport, Rhode Island is well known for their pineapple stuff. It's a tradition going back to colonial days. I'm not sure when it was, but in the short version is ship captains and ships in general would go down, somehow acquire pineapples, and bring them back. And when they got back, they would plunk one out in front of their yard to tell people to come on over because I have freaking pineapple. Or, just because they wanted people to come over after their trip to say hi. I don't really understand it, but that's why I picked pineapple. If you have any better idea for summer that isn't like a beach ball or a life preserver, or I thought about doing shells. I'm trying to think Rhode Island stuff, and that was the one that stuck out the most. So pineapples it is, at least for now. And yes, making stuff happen on the fly. Hello, Zimbabwe. Andy Butler, hello. Music is coming eventually. But right now, I didn't finish. I got so distracted by what I was doing, that I didn't finish my pre-drink drink. That's becoming a thing, and I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. Wesley Zeller, good evening. Hello. Schwelcome. And if I'm looking down here now, I have chat thunked on my whole screen. But I'm still looking at you as best I can. And thankfully, I can also click on stuff and not have it go crazy on me. Because that was more than a little annoying. Going back to Lo-Fi Girl. Hopefully I don't get in trouble with that. There we go. Let me know if that's too loud or too soft. I think that's about right. Oh, and of course the intro's still on. I have to have things to see. Okay, that's what I already can see. There we go. Nope, there we go. Got it. I have to have something that tells me if the stream is working. So far, so good. It says excellent, and it tends to fluctuate during the stream. And then I'm seeing myself in the past. It's complicated. Time is weird. So is the internet. But I have a lineup. So what I thought, I've been mulling this over and thinking about it for all of an hour. And one, we have looks like rain bottles. If you don't know what looks like rain bottles, you can thank Zenboot for that phrase. And it's whenever a bottle looks kind of like that, where you're thinking, you know what, I need to finish this. I have a few of these lingering around, and the best way for me to end them, make it rain, if you will, is to have them on Friday streams or even on Sunday streams, although Sunday streams are still more geared towards Sample Sundays. And Fridays will have giveaways. It just depends if I feel like it, because doing giveaways is rough, and that always goes for 2 hours. Or more, depending. Andy Butler, hello. I saw you. What was the question? Hold on. I was confused when people talk about summer starting in midsummer is day-night. I'm old-fashioned, so summer for me starts on Beltane. I've heard of that. I don't remember what it is. Mine goes by the solstices. So summer solstice was, 2 days ago? at least in the States, if you will. And that's it. That's it. That's summer solstice, winter solstice. I think there's a spring solstice. Feels like there should be. Should be one for each. Autumn. And of course, important news. It's a couple weeks away from my birthday, and that'll also be on a Friday, which makes it super easy for me. I just have to figure out what I want to pour that night. And is it going to be the super expensive stuff? Is it going to be something I don't have that often? You know what? It might just be the super expensive stuff, because that makes it easy. It's just done. And there's at least 2 bottles like that behind me that I don't touch, because they're expensive. But I don't mean to not drink them. They're just hard to get out of what they are. Specifically, I'm thinking of the Wild Turkey Diamond Anniversary and the Redbreast 27's in there. And there's something else. Jameson 18 year. Can't see them, but I know they're there. They are there. Pah. There. See, I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh. Solstice, equinox, solstice, equinox. All right. Stuff. Truthfully, I don't keep track much until something is like summer, or it gets too hot out, or it starts getting really cold, or it snows. That's where I'm at. But officially, if I were to say, I try to keep it around the solstices, so that would be... And, as I was saying, summer, my birthday has always been in summer. So throughout my whole growing up phases, you couldn't invite all your friends from school over because there was no freaking school for me. It was out by now. I don't even think I ever had a real summer birthday party of any sort. I wouldn't have wanted one. I think my parents had stuff when I was much younger, and then it all gets a little blurry. I did have one for my 21st birthday. And guess why? Back in those days, I was drinking twisted teas. I've evolved. At least a little. So first thing in the glass, of course, is Green Spot. Because my birthday's coming up, and it looks like rain. With the rest of these, not so much. One of them kind of, and the other one is hard to tell. Truth be told. The next one is going to be one of these. This is Woodford Double Oaked. I really like it, but you can tell, like, I don't know if it's close to empty or half full still. It's a weird bottle, so it really throws me off. It's chunky. I mean, look at that. It's hard to tell how much is in there. If it's still plenty, or if you need to, like, if anything, the airspace in that bothers me to no end. And then, of course, we have this one. This one I've been milking for about 1.5 years, 2 years. An Eleanor, I believe this is the Weeded Eleanor. Yep, Weeded Eleanor. It is at 58.5. The Woodford Reserve is 45.7. Please be 7. That would be hilarious. Nope, 45.2. And then, to round off the evening, we have a Irene Tan pick. Why, you might ask? Well, I'll tell you soon. You have to stick around. And it's going to be her Devil's River, which is Texas whiskey. 61.5%. We jumped up a little bit, but I have them in order, so it's good. We're going from lowest percentage to highest. It's Friday, man. We got to get hammered. No, we don't. Please take care of yourself. I have to get up early tomorrow, so that won't be happening. Well, I'm attempting not to have the 61% now because of that, but hey, it will be good. Joy has missed the song video completely. Well, most people have. It's one of those things, if you've been dealing with the Whiskey Tribe at all, or if you haven't, it gets explained here. Because I've been doing Tribe stuff for a very long time. 4 years? 5 years? 4 or 5? I'll say 5-ish. 2018, I feel like when the whiskey stuff started to happen. But I also feel like I might have an advent calendar for 2017. My videos tell me. That's why I made them. I made them so I know to check. You know what would work for here? If I put black behind the pineapples, because then they just stand out a little more. 10 minutes. That's what that was. So I'll work on it. Please let me know what you're drinking tonight. Whatever it is. It doesn't have to be whiskey. Oof. You know, I had some already, and I still get that only when I'm doing this. Really? You know what? I should probably just not look at the health stream thing because sometimes it says stuff and I get angry. Like right now, it says poor. Error. YouTube is not receiving enough blah 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 blah. So things might be buffering a little. If so, blame YouTube. I can't do anything about it. That doesn't need to be open. Midnight Special. You're liking those. Can't blame you. Oh, and of course, I have to talk about the fact that I went to Irene Tan's. There was an event on Tuesday? It's Friday. Tuesday feels right. But honestly, I don't remember because everything in my brain gets smushed together. I feel like when I go to sleep and I wake up, there's been some kind of reset where a lot of what already happened yesterday is fizzled away. Maybe explain why I try to stay up so late so I don't forget. Or maybe staying up so late is why I forget. I'm not sure. Ah, yes, that would do it. That's why I don't make cocktails at home. Oranges, limes, lemons, all of it would just rot. Because I would forget I have them. That's how I work. That's how I roll. Zenbud, was it Tuesday? Please tell me it was Tuesday. Yeah, it must have been. Because Tuesday night, or evening, I normally would be at class. Fitness training. But this week they didn't do that, so I had to get up early on Wednesday. It's all coming back to me now. Had to get up early on Wednesday because I had to go do training in the morning, which is also what I'm doing tomorrow on a weekend. I have rules, folks. No super early mornings, and no going out on weekends, if I can avoid it. Sometimes I have to. Sometimes things I want to do are on the weekends. Slapshots Roadhouse, good day all. I don't know why I said that way, but welcome to this mess. I hope all of you enjoyed this week's video. And it was nice that I was able to get that bottle from John and Kelly. Wow, my brain's really not working tonight. It's like that one moment of their names are... Ah, yes. But that was fun. I have that sitting... somewhere, I don't want to look. And if you haven't noticed, which I hope you haven't, because that's the whole point, I've officially broken my chair. I can actually see a little bit of it here. But I guess I've been a little too rough with it, and I've been angry at it for a while now, because I can only lean back like this, and I swear this thing's going to break too, because it has slowly just gone from like that to this. But it's falling apart. This is the problem. At least now it is. But in general... I've had it for a few years, and I'm not kind to my chairs, it seems. So a new one is in the works, and it was planned anyway. Like July, my birthday. If I could just figure out a good desk chair where I could be cozy and comfortable. Like, I just need to be able to lean back and be fine. None of this, which I do a lot, which is something I don't like. Ow. Oh, yes, Irene Tan. There we go. I had to figure out where I left off. I went for this tasting. See how this does. This probably doesn't want to focus. It never does. Do it. Do it. Do it. Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? I will get another camera someday, but right now I'm stuck with you. See that? Yorkshire malt, single malt whiskey. Yorkshire. Does anyone here know where Yorkshire is? Please raise your hand. If you do raise your hand. I'm gonna take it out. I haven't actually looked at the bottle since I took a look at it. Zenbu's very happy about this bottle, I hope. I hope. Ooh. Everything that looks. Let's see, did he do? Oh yeah, he did. Here we have the signature on the bottle too. I didn't expect him to sign the box, but he did. This is the signature is of the man who actually helps to make this, and he's the one who's the farmer. So the big to-do about this whiskey event is, one, Yorkshire whiskey. Again, you get to figure out where Yorkshire is if you don't already know. And I think that's wild. Excuse me. There we go. And it was nice to just hear him talk about it. Like, he was really enthusiastic and pleased. Like, he was so happy that he got to make whiskey. I mean, and of course that it was from Yorkshire. Again, if you don't know where it is, that makes it more fun for me. Point is, what was the point? It's actually good. I mean, I've tasted it. I tasted a lineup of 4 of them. Check my Instagram. That's where I put the pictures. And they were tasty. They were super tasty. The one I liked best was the second one, which is not this one. But the idea is that I should be able to get the second one at some point. I think. Again, Irene Tan's store, Canterbury Liquors. I'll be able to find the bottle I want to get. Yeah, hopefully. What am I doing? Slapshot scores the rebound. Whoa. Yes, pinch hitter. Agreed. Now, I'm the type who just hears about things by accident. This was one of those cases. I saw the tasting at Irene's. There was a plan of some sort. Zenbud was there, and I think we were supposed to get someone else there, who may or may not be here yet. But sickness and disease happened, unfortunately, for him. Hopefully he's feeling better now. Things are still in the works. Whoop. I went to Yorkshire. I went to university in Yorkshire, where my mum's family originated, with several aunts and uncles there. I know someone who knows a distillery at Fairley Bay. Hey, you should go there, buy some whiskey. It's actually really good, and I'm really pleased to hear about it. Since when you think single malt, you think, I don't know what you think, so that's as far as that comment goes. But I know what I think, which is Scotland. But it's leaning into American malts occasionally, but even then, I don't think single malt. When you think single malt, you think Scotch, because that's a big to-do. Really, I don't find it that important. Yes. Andrew Butler, do you know where it is? Northeast. Ugh. Aha! Yorkshire. I'm going to stop doing that. Yorkshire is in northeast England, but I grew up in Devon, which is southwest England. Well, I don't know anything about England other than it's British. There's a lot of old stuff there. They have a single malt now. I'm fairly certain there are other English whiskeys. I just don't know what they are. Again, this one knew nothing about until Tuesday because I can't keep up with the whiskey world. Ever. There have been at least 2 Elijah Craig picks this year. I got 1. That's it. But I also have 3 other ones from different years because I can't keep up with getting new stuff because it's expensive. And I can't keep up with getting rid of the bottles I have because it's just me. Unless I do giveaways. Which has been helpful, I might add. I'm very sad about my 4 Roses still. I don't want to talk about it. Sheffield. Hike Peace District often. Sort of in the neighborhood. Hey. Yes. Isn't it bonkers? This is the one I've heard of. There are others, and I knew that, but I don't know who. But I'm looking forward to trying more stuff from them. From England's whiskies of varying sorts. He told us something about the BS that's going on with imports, exports, Britex, was that it? There's some bonkers stuff happening all over the world. But that was a big one not long ago, where England just kind of went, screw it! And that's it. That's all I really understand about it. Now there's problems with everything over there. Scotland and Ireland and all that. They're not happy for one reason or another. But that does seem to be why these guys started making stuff at home. A little bit. And they are the ones who grow. Like this place is where they grow their grain. So it's all right there. The grain is from the farm, and the water is from a well, which actually keeps it pretty clean. And they're near the ocean. So a bunch of neat stuff like that. There's all these little knick-knack and details about the place itself, which I love. As has been told to me, and as I like to tell others, whiskey is a story. Sometimes a made-up story, but if it's a good story, it should sell the whiskey. Elijah Craig is one of those examples What the hell is the other one I just had a video of like 2 weeks ago? Hold on. Processing. Larceny has a good story behind it. Green Spot has a good story behind it. The spot itself is a story. You know, whiskey has stories, and people like stories. So, and if you can drink a story and it gets you hammered, I mean, if you can enjoy your beverage and it happens to be alcohol, all the better. Speaking of, I'm not drinking nearly fast enough. It's been 20 minutes. How does this happen? I'm seriously time blind. Well, James Morgan, hello. TGIF indeed. Thank gosh, it's Friday. Thank Gehenna. I'm not sure what that is. I've forgotten. City started in Sheffield. Brexit. Yes, that's the word. Again, I am a silly American who doesn't know things about other places. And I barely understand what the hell's going on here, but then again, most of the world doesn't understand either. It's fine. We all don't know what the hell's happening, but we're just trying to get through it with a drink. My God. Green Spot is so nice. Ow. Bernie. There'll be more about Green Spot eventually. Zen Bood. That's not until next month. Possibly the 6th. I think July 6th is the Friday because my birthday is July 7th and it's a Saturday. So I'm going to go and do nothing. It's Saturday. I refuse. And do not forget, for me personally, I was robbed of my 40th birthday because 2020 happened the way it did. Freaking plague. So I was robbed. And ever since then, I have said, guess what? No more birthday for me. It's a birthday. It's a birth month. All of July, I get to do whatever I want. Sometimes that's a problem, but hey. That way, I don't have to try to do a bunch of stuff in one day, which is silly. If you think of Canada as Scotland, all right, that's complicated. Then Yorkshire would be like New England. Devon would be like North California. So hotter climates is what I'm understanding. They did say that their climate is similar to Scotland. I mean, they're from where they are. If I'm thinking about it correctly, my brain doesn't do maps and geography great, but they're in a similar climate. And they're near the water, the ocean. I'm saying water. Did I clear that? Like I did. It's so nice to not have chat thing not being BBBBS. My God, it's so hard to censor what I'm saying. Screw you, YouTube. If I'm going to get monetized, I have to be a little more cautious. Until I'm making billions of dollars, then I can say whatever the freaking heck I want. I'll just censor myself. Mother! That's it. I hope you understood that. I haven't opened this in a while, so I'm nervous. Okay. I think this is actual cork. So, actual corks make me nervous. Because they can break! Especially if you don't touch them for a while. We're doing tiny pours since an hour, and drinking a lot very fast. Not a good idea. And tiny pours. Tiny, tiny. I left my heart in San Francisco. Wow. Oh. That's good. Brighton is like New Orleans. New Orleans, sorry. There's something a little weird about this now. Again, it's got a lot of exposure to the air in that bottle. Something slightly off. I can hear something outside my window. It's like a chirping. Not birds, but a crickety noise. Cicada? Cicada? It's some bug that makes a sound. That makes sense. And that would be my air conditioning going on. All right, I'm drinking it. There's something a bit odd, like wet paper or close to that weird damp wood thing I get. But not too bad. Just it's something that's just making me go, what the hell is that? Yep. The palate's mellowed out from what my memory is saying. And it's a little dry now. Well, it's only a little. It's still very good, but I feel it's... Here's the thing about whiskey. You can have a whiskey, you know, kind of like this. And I did a video about it and everything, and I had tasting notes for it and such. And then come back to it a year later. And it seems a little different. Because it seems a little different to me now than it did. I remember it being sweeter. It has a long, odd little finish. It's making me think of sawdust or dried wood. They leave the country for prize parties. I like that. We all like that here. If you don't, well, I'm not telling you to stay. I'm not telling you to leave. But I mean, this is a bit of a giveaway. Oh, and of course the video for next month, which I need to make this weekend or at least soon, is going to be my birthday month. And that's it. That's the whole thing. If anyone comes to this channel more than once, they'll just see me being like, July is birthday month. All about me. I will get things like a chair that isn't broken. And what else? I haven't really thought it through, come to think about it. Birthday. I have a list. It's an old list, but there's stuff like go to Jimmy Dad, speak the devil. I hope you're feeling well. We missed you. I think that was the plan. I really don't remember anything. Honest to goodness. Honest to gosh darnedness. I feel like we were trying to tempt you to go to Irene's. But things happened. Among other things, because we almost did two things at once. There are plans. I had a thought just now. It's not a bad thought. What if... just a thought. But it was along the lines of having a meetup in Newport at a certain nice whiskey place. But it'd have to be a certain amount of people, and I'd have to rent the place, and I'm not going to do that. That sounds expensive, so I won't. But there is a lovely whiskey selection in Newport, Rhode Island, at Busker's. If you have never gone there, you should, especially if you like whiskey. Ask for Lauren. Lauren, L-A-U-R-E-N. She is the whiskey lady there, and she knows her shit. So, stuff. She knows her stuff. Ahoy, ahoy, Smithers. Hanging easy. Hello. Welcome to the mess. Or the jank, as we say here. What is that? Cut your wolf loose. I feel like that's an acronym. But it doesn't make sense if it is. Clear. No. Not the Busker's Irish Whiskey. They do promote that, but it's just because the name of their pub is that name. So they do promote it now, but they didn't. And honestly, if you went to that place, if you went to Busker's and talked to Lauren, I can't say it right. Lauren is what I want to say, but it's not an O. Lauren. Yeah, I don't know if it has anything to do with them. I just know they carry it now, and they say it's their thing, even though I don't think it is. It doesn't matter. I know they have much better whiskeys than that. That whiskey is good, but if you look at it for more than 2 seconds, you realize it's not really being marketed to people who are going to pour it neat. They have interesting types, but I think that would be mostly for tumblers. As strange as it sounds, there are certain whiskeys out there where I think of people putting them in tumbler glass, like, 2 ounces in a tumbler glass, because they're looking to look fancy about it, but they're not being too fancy. It's like if I just had a tumbler glass full of 3 ounces of whiskey and sipped it the whole night. It would be a good fun for me, but I prefer to have variety in my life. Just a little bit. Great part of Brighton. Cheers, y'all. Chambers, how are you? Mr. Greatshot, hello. Good morning. How are you? There you see, I didn't see that one. Cheers. Chat is actually moving, which I like, but I will miss things occasionally. It's just how the world is. Alright, if you are just showing up, we were talking briefly about this whiskey, which is from England, or Yorkshire in particular, and it's a single malt. And I have the signature, the guy who actually grows the frickin' malts there, and helps to distill it at some point. It's got a nice little thing all the way around talking about the distilling process. They know their stuff. Maybe I'll just start doing that. I'll start saying a curse word, and then I will replace it with a different word, but I'll say stuff when I mean something else. Which, if you've been here long enough, you know what the frick I'm talking about. See, that one was pretty easy to understand. It's the intent that needs to be understood. I heard that somewhere, probably. Next whiskey. We're running out of time. We're not really. I mean, I get an hour of the time here to do what I want, which is this. And once again, if you haven't... Oh, freaking so... If you're just showing up, please remember to do that. Like and subscribe. Thanks, cool. We're at 745 subscribers here. So if we could get 750 by my birthday, that would be cool. I need to entice 5 more people to join in this madness. Come to me, join us. Sorry, I don't know what that was. But we'll see. Oh, there you go. I like that. I like to hear that. Good on you, James Morgan. You know what's up. I didn't, because I didn't know anything until just now. Or Tuesday. And I was quite pleased to hear all about it. Liberty not licensed. Well, that sounds interesting. Tell us more. No, please don't. I am so interested in what the hell that happens over there, but it's also, like war and other countries and death, and I can't do anything about it, so we'll just put it over here off screen. All right, good? Good. I'll hear about it tomorrow, or for the next week and a half, or for the weekend, I guess. Media is weird these days. There you go. Oh, yeah. Subscribers. Yes, that's what I said. What did you hear? Why would I just say subscribers or subs when I can say subscribers? I like that word better. This is the problem, though. I'm looking at you, but I'm also looking at chat, so you're going to see me doing this a lot. But it works. And my screen is not glaring at me. At least I hope it isn't. I don't want my glasses doing that again. We've done it before. Ginger ale. Make a mule. Do it. Do it. Oh, I'm sure. Liberty Light License. I'm sure I will. It'll be non-stop for a week. Because stuff. I'm of the type where it's like, I would like it to be over. All of it. Just done and peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace. Everyone just chill out. What is that from? Ah, whatever. Probably, oh, I know who it is. Freaking, what's his name? Eddie something. Fark. Peter White, hello. Welcome. I didn't see you walk in the door, or I did and I forgot, which happens frequently. Hey, that's right. Pinch Hitter Whiskey's doing stuff tonight. You better be there, harassing him, or not harassing him. That's no fun. Is there? Yes, thank you. My brain was like, it's Eddie. That's what happens a lot. Yeah, Eddie Izzard. I think at some moment I can hear his voice just going, peace, peace, peace. And I'm sure it was one of his stand-up acts. But that's what I'd like, just everyone to stop doing the bad things to each other. Let's just hang out with whiskey. I'm going to drink the rest of this because it's still a little weird. And we have the higher proof stuff coming in. For those who missed it, I had my green spot to start off. No harassing, pinch hitter. I'm of the mindset just not make it complicated. I don't need help. My brain harasses me more than anyone else can, and not in a good way. Woodford Reserve is in my glass right now. We're going next up with Eleanor. And these are what we're trying to get to be a thing in the whiskey community, and you can do that if you want. But we're playing off the Whiskey Tribe. When you end a bottle, you flip it over and you sing "It's Raining Men" or hum "It's Raining Men." So these, thanks to Zenbood with his little, what he said looks like rain, and officially it was supposed to be LLR. We were trying to find an abbreviation. That doesn't work. This just looks like rain. It's a bottle that needs to go. So I'm trying to find bottles that I have that need to go. Some of them are a little misleading because they're chunky. But whatever. I've had it for a while. That's another one. This one's not quite, but whatever. It will be soon. So those are look like rain bottles because it looks like rain once it's a thing. It's complicated and it makes sense if you're a community person in the YouTubes and the Whiskey Tribes and all that. Do I have the Woodford Weeder? Ooh, that sounds not me, but Peter White. Was it Woodford Weeded? I didn't know that. Excuse me. So if you want to make that a thing for your collection, go ahead. And to confuse other Whiskey Tube folks, if they ever have a bottle that looks low, just be like, oh, that bottle looks like rain. It will confuse some of them, and some of them might be smart enough to get it. Or at least be, not smart enough. It might be aware enough of other things. For me, it's the Whiskey Tribe stuff because that's how I got into whiskey. And of course, we have the Crowded Barrel thing right behind me. So, and I went to Wizard Academy, which is right next to Crowded Barrel, which is part of the Whiskey Tribe / Whiskey Vault. It's complicated. And if you watch this week's video, the Rescue Dog bottle from Working Man Distilleries, visit them if you're in the area. Do it. You can't have that bottle, but sold out. But I did talk a little bit about how this convergence happened at Irene's store, where I met Irene, Cliff, Kelly, and John were the ones who owned the distillery, and Daniel and Rex, all at once. Cliff is a Somm, Irene's a Somm, who owns a kick-ass whiskey store, as they put it, or liquor store. I just say whiskey store, same thing. So that's two things. Two Somms, boom, I become a Somm, what do you know? And I can get to the vault, the main reason. And then, well, hold on. Kelly and John, who decided to open a distillery, not from that, but they were planning to. And I think they talked to Rex and Daniel about it, so that's where I met Rex and Daniel for the first time. A good time to meet them because they were not the center point, and any other time I've been around them, they have been in the crosshairs. Either with Daniel in the Wizard Academy training, he's up there talking about it, he's the teacher guiding us through learning more about whiskey, and that's about it. He's not really hanging out too much except for when you graduate, which is kind of cool, because he's the one who has to be like, all right, we're done, let's go. And then there's the only few times I've talked to Rex outside of Irene's store is at Crowded Barrel. So again, he's there and people know who he is, so you get I don't know what the feeling is, the thing it is, but your attention is scattered. So you're waiting for people to come up to you or say something to you. If you're in an area where you know people are going to do that. The Bastard's Ball, for me, is the thing where that could happen. It's a little odd, but I think it's awesome. Do you know what I mean? I'm glad I met them in a setting where they weren't behind the crosshairs, and I'm also glad Irene Tan did that event, and that I heard about it, because, wow, that was bonkers. So, convergence. Like, things happened and kind of bounced off from there in numerous directions. Me and Cliff being whiskey somms. Cliff was already a somm, I believe. I'll have to ask him. And Irene was a somm. That's why Whiskey Vault went up there. Tribe, Whiskey Vault. Rex and Daniel, Whiskey Vault. And then myself, because I heard about them going there, and they said they were landing in Rhode Island, and my brain just exploded. Because that was fate calling me. No. It was a strange coincidence. Happenstance. What's the other word that Aquavite always uses, or Roy always uses? Serendipitous? Sure, serendipitous. Situation where all these things converged and bounced off. And just spread out. And things have been pretty cool since. Because I'm doing this, drinking whiskey with all of you. It's a little weird. Still not used to it. Okay. Yeah, again, the second one I enjoyed more than the first one, but the first one was good. And I will point out that the second one, I can't remember what it was. I think it was a wine finish of some sort. Zen Boot, if you know or remember, that would help. I don't remember. Because I had 4 of them and they were all good for different reasons. One was a little peated, but you couldn't smell it on the nose. That was wild. And I think that's one we're waiting to be available next month, maybe. But that was a wild one, because it was not that they peated anything. It was they took their whiskey and put it in a used peated whiskey barrel. I think it was Scotch. Isla. We'll say Isla barrel. So that must have been Scotch. And it got a peat note on the palate, but not on the nose. At least I didn't get it. But I'm a little peat blind, because I already like it. Oop. Oh, look at this. I've been packing my whiskey up for the move to the new house. I didn't think I had so many. Yeah, it's weird. Once you start keeping track like I do, you're aware. And of course, there's the fact that I am quickly running out of room behind me. However, I'm getting more space here. This is for bottles I've either opened like in the back there. That's the Winter is Coming / Game of Thrones. There we go. Wow. Game of Thrones collection is back there. Those are all open. I show those every winter, as long as I have them, because I don't touch them. They're just their collection. And I got them all somehow, thanks to many of you. Otherwise, it would have happened. Oh, God damn it. But a lot of these are also unopened or backups. This is not a backup. This is the Still Austin Rye. I haven't actually done a bottle of. And a few others. Again, there's some new stuff. There's some old stuff. There's some stuff that I have to put in a category of some sort. But anyway, this is getting less, which means I can put other stuff here. Maybe over here in the corner where it's not as visible. Unless I get more bottles, which I absolutely know I will. This one is actually for next year. Hopefully. If I remember. If I don't lose it. But there's also the point where I know I cannot keep up with the whiskeys every week. Because I don't know the math. But if you can do 365 days divided by 7, which equals the amount of weeks, then take those amount of weeks, and that is how many bottles I would have to buy a year. No. Donations? Awesome. Me buying that many bottles a year? Absolutely not. Not going to happen. Can't happen. Do not have the funds. Always negative. Remember, if I buy anything, it's just a negative to a negative. At least for now. Do it! I'm curious about a Woodford Weeder now. I like Weeders, as this past week's video explained. No. Yeah, where? This is the new location, is where? I don't want to pry. Text me. You got my phone number. Text me the Where are you going? I imagine it's still near Austin, but I remember you saying your house that you had was almost like a mecca of sort for people with my leanings, my issues, some might say. The Roja red wine finish. That sounds about right. And I really like that one. I don't exactly understand why, but there's something about it that just tweaked to me the right way. Really, Mr. Great Shot, don't rub it in. But stay cool, because it's freaking hot down there. And I'm glad you have some Andalusia. Oh, yes. They did a video of Andalusia recently. Was that today? Or was that 2 days ago? I feel like that was 2 days ago, so that would have been Wednesday. They did a special Andalusia, and as I like to tell people occasionally, I have a list on my phone of whiskeys to try when I am there again, which will be in October, hopefully. Papa KillCo, hello. Schwelcome. Is there no show tonight, or is that over? I can't keep track. Or was there no show today at all? Which would be strange, because it's Friday, but it wouldn't surprise me. Oh my gosh. It's half price. $250. That's quite a bit. I'll go get mine right now. No, I won't. Sugar kitty, meow. Indeed. There we go. Emily Chambers did the math. Thank you. So I would have to buy 52 bottles a year to keep up with the demand of making a video. Oh god, I make 52 videos a year? Huh. Actually, it's less. Nope, actually, it's more than that. Because I'm remembering that I do a whiskey video every week. Hold on. Except for December. And even in November, I'll be doing more stuff for other reasons. That's right, Dad. You got a cold. Mom told me earlier today. Feel better, Dad. I'll have a drink for you. It'll be 61%. Alright, this next one's literally just going to be a sip because I want to pour the last one, and I got about 10 minutes, just a little bit more than that. Here we go into this. That was odd. I just got a whiff of cigarette. I don't like cigarettes. And I felt like it was from the bottle, but I also live next to a courtyard. You're not supposed to smoke in there either. Or someone's smoking in their apartment building and it's coming through the vents. Or I'm having a stroke. No, wait, that's not cigarettes. What is that? Toast. So I don't got toast. We're good. Lots of hellos, 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 hellos. Bourbon Baller Lead, cheers, hello. Welcome to this mess. We are all drinking whiskey or something else. But I'm going to have a little sip of this, and then I'll pour this Devil's River. And once again, if you're just showing up, yeah, that was already too much. If you're just showing up, please remember to slap the like button for me, please. And tell your friends all to like and subscribe if they like whiskey stuff, and mustaches in particular. That's not really as important, but whiskey stuff. Because we are 5 away from 750, and if I could do that for July, which is birthday month, that'd be cool. Because then I could do a combo of whiskey birthday stream and whiskey tube 750. By our powers combined. That'd be cool. Doesn't have to happen, but it'd be cool. Either way, I will be drinking whiskey. I'm gonna fix this again. There we go. Yep. That's how it is, man. I'm not worried about it. I just want to drink the whiskey I have lined up, and then if I don't, I'll be sad. Oh god, hey, I can't deal with it. I can tolerate cigars, but cigarettes are just, they're awful. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I do get a smell similar to that, like in some peated scotches, but very rarely. Normally it goes into campfire and ocean rather than, and I'm talking seaweed. But cigarettes are a big no-no to me because I think my grandfather on my mother's side died of cancer. So smoking cigarettes wasn't good. No. Yep. Hey, thank you. Drop a little something. Yeah, comments do help. That is a thing. I always forget about that. Please remember to keep the chat going and comment on everything. In fact, if you're here now, comment on every single video I've made, please. Don't do that. Like, comment on the list of this week's. Comment if you enjoy a video. That's enough help. If you just be like, that was good. That's a nice little boost of serotonin for me, and I appreciate it. And I'm glad you appreciate the fact that I did it. It's not always easy. I was going to attempt to edit today, especially not after this. Woo! You're right, Hanging Daisy. They should. I think they do. It's amazing. The biggest thing I don't like about cigarettes and cigars is the clinginess. Like, if you're even near it, the next day your clothes smell like it. Ah, no thank you. That annoys me. What? Yeah. If nothing else, there's a good reason to not smoke anymore. They're too expensive. John McCone, thank you. I do them as long as I have bottles to do them. And if I don't have bottles to do them, I have miniature samples that I can do. Which I've done before, so it's okay. Alright, quick little slug of this. Oh, I'm going to regret this. Whoa. Breathing fire now. That's good. Oh, the spices are so nice. I forget which mash bill this is. It's the weeded, but I don't know if it's the same as the video I did. It does drink kind of hot, but no. 51% corn, 45% wheat, and 4% malted barley. That's surprising that it's this spicy. But it is also 50-something odd percent. It's 58.5. Oh. And the funny part is, the next one I'm going to pour is higher than that. Oh my gosh, this stuff's so good. I believe I have another bottle of this down in Texas right now. But as per usual, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I bought one when I saw it. But I also have a very knee-jerk reaction to stuff that Crowded Barrel does. And then I don't do it. Oh, thank you. Zenboot, I forgot. Yeah. I do have a Patreon. If you want to join that, awesome. Helps out tremendously. You get a rank on the Star Trek ship. So if you're into that, which I clearly am, it helps. It really does. And of course you have a chance to win samples every quarter after a dry week. Or you can win them here when I do a raffle. But if you're guaranteed to get into the raffle just for helping me out in the long run, that's some kind of incentive at least. Oh, yes. Yeah, well, probably I have a bottle of hand delivered to you. It may be a bit because of the move. If you're sending one, awesome. Don't worry about when it gets here. You do it when you can. Just give me a heads up because I need to keep an eye on the room that the hand delivery is happening. Woof. Yum yum. Right? Screw smoking. Just buy some whiskey. It's about the same price nowadays. The texture on this is is better than the other two. Well, Green Spot's got its own kind of thing. But Woodford wasn't as silky. And this one is, which is surprising for the proof. I can feel it here. Absolutely. Whoa. Good stuff. Oh, that's good. So what I'm saying is get yourself some Eleanor whiskey. This is just an MGP. I believe it was finished for a certain amount of months in Texas, and I'm certain that does something to it. We sourced 2-year wheated bourbon from MGP in Indiana. It has a mash bill of, I told you already. After the barrels are in Texas for a while, that's vague. We then sample the barrels and choose which few to blend together to create different batched releases. That's fun. I wasn't sure if this was a single barrel release or blended, but since it's blended, it's still a high proof percentage. Good on them. They could have proofed this down and sold a lot more, but I'm glad they didn't because it's so good. It's really good. Oh, well. Yeah, that is the thing that's tied together. Oftentimes, if you're at a bar, people will have a drink and then go outside for a smoke, and then come in and have a drink and then go out for a smoke. They're tied, unfortunately. Yeah, right? Hang it as if you were able to stop. Good on you. Most people cannot pull that off, even if they want to, which furthers the conversation about it being addictive. But we're not going to go there, because this can be addictive too, because it's a drug. Don't forget, folks, it's a drug. Prohibition was able to get by because it's a drug. It can be prescribed. Whiskey knows, hello. Where have you been? No, it's fine. You're welcome. Please. If you understood that, I'm sure you did. Bravo. Once again, Eleanor. Oh, so good. Hopefully it'll make this Devil's River seem a little less intimidating. Oh, that's hot. Before I forget, if anyone has the ability, I know there are a few mods in here, give a link for Pinch Hitter Whiskey. He's going on live next. Apparently Bourbon Wrench is not around tonight. He's in Italy or something. I don't know. I don't keep track. But he is pitching in for him and someone else and a couple people. Either way. Oh yes, that'll try running away from anything. Whoops. If you've been a smoker, it doesn't work well. I know for me it was I never smoked cigarettes or really anything else for much other than high school. I don't talk about it. But yeah, going to spin classes and riding my bicycle is what clued me in on my general health not being the best I could. My initial memory of riding my bike for the first time, once I bought it as an adult again, which still needs to be fixed. Where are you, Biking Bourbon? Is I tried to get up a hill. That's right over there. Take the road off of my apartment building and then go up the hill and get to the main road. I don't think I could get up to the top of the main road, to the main road. I got maybe halfway there or even just to the next street over, because it's a pretty steep incline. And yeah, then I just turned around and came back because I was just fatigued. Someday I'm going to get on my bike again. But now it's been pushed to autumn because it's officially summer, and I'm not going to go out because I burn just by existing out in the sun. Here we go, last drink of the evening. This is a pick from Irene Tan. It is Devil's River. And if you haven't been here the whole time, I also have this coming up. Philly Bay, a Yorkshire single malt. Look forward to that one because I'm looking forward to it. Revisiting it officially will be fun. Thank you everyone for posting the link. If you're just getting here, again, thumbs help. And heading over there also help him. He needs more subscribers, and I need 5 more. So find 5 friends and tell them to subscribe, or else you're not going to be friends with them anymore. 61.5%. This will be my last pour of the evening because I got to get up early tomorrow to go do exercise things. When did this happen to me? What was this? 1, 2, 3. Hey, that's plenty. I am done for the night. Those bourbon guys. And then that other guy. What's his name? Matt. He doesn't do stuff. Here we go. Last pour of the evening. Pretty good at 61.5. Again, literal last pour. This is going to last me the next 3 hours. Or longer. But with that, it's 8 p.m. My hour is done. I must fade into the sunset. Fare thee well. No, that doesn't work. Yes, I did turn on closed captioning this time. I want anyone to enjoy whiskey with me. And unfortunately, that's something I can't just keep on. Like, I would keep it on all the time. But I have to flick a switch every time I do a stream. Anyway, yes, this is an epic color. This is a Texas whiskey. And it is called Caramel Fudge. You can guess what it tastes like. But with that, I'll be back here Sunday, so don't worry, I'm not going to be gone long. And, as always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.